If there are any questions, now we are open to questions, guys. Ask your questions, go for it. We'll see what we can answer now. Otherwise, we push the rest to the question and answer session. Okay? Good question, Mutu. Okay, Irene, I'll let you do this. Right?
Well done. It's really, really amazing. Say, wait, oh, me, I have my own question like this way. You just said we can build an app in minutes
Yes.
as a product manager. I want you to say that again so everybody can hear this. We can build an app in minutes as a product manager.
Yeah, exactly how you said it. You can build an app in minutes as a product manager. Exactly how you said it. And we are still counting the minutes, guys. We are still counting the minutes. And I'm going to be sharing my screen in a minute while we're on it. I don't just want to keep my screen working and doing all the engineering, but we are still counting it, right? Within the next few minutes, I'll be displaying to you what we've built. Okay?
This is really amazing. You can build an app in minutes. So I'll be taking some questions. If you have any question, please put it straight right in the comment section. Okay, Muti Akiyemi said, do you have to publish before you can test?
That's a very good question. Two things are very important there, depending on the context of the app you built. If you built an app where all of the information and the sort of information and data that you're collecting can be analyzed within that system on the LLM you've used, Lovable, Replit, Claude, like I've just used. If you built an app on one or two of those systems and you've given it the right formulas, you've given the calculator, you've said all of that, you can, and all of those can be deployed in front end. You can test without having to take that out of the system. But yes, you have to publish. Now, when I say take that out of the system, it means you don't have to deploy it into the internet, but you have to publish it. Now, to know how to do it in a way that you can now deploy it into the internet and own it as your own code and as your own product without having the tags of Replit or all of those, third-party providers, those are deeper engineerings that would need some of the infrastructure that I put on the system there. GitHub, need an hosting like the AWS server or the Google Cloud platform. However, that's when you're taking it to market and selling off the product. In terms of testing and getting feedback, you don't have to spend any money. So all of this I've done is between 0 to say £20 in investment. Literally between 0 to £20 in investment. Okay?
Very amazing. Thank you, Seyi. So Suleiman Adams is saying AI generated platforms are secured as manually made apps.
Oh, fantastic question. And exactly what I've just talked about. Suleiman, I'm sure as you were typing the question and I answered, you realized, okay, yes, they're saying the same thing here. Yes, so what you're saying is a very important question. If you publish that, exactly, thank you for that. If you publish that on the LLMs, on the public LLMs, then you might face a risk because all of your information and user information is there in the public. But if you extract that now from the public LLM, so Lovable and all of those platforms, and then you host that on your private platform, then you face no risk anymore. That would take your development from, say, the few minutes that I've shown you to a few hours and days and perhaps months, because you then need to make sure that it's all structured. You need to get the right hosting. You need to get a proper budget for it. You probably built with just £100, and now you need to think, okay, maybe I need to extend that to 1,500 because of hosting and the length of time of the lifetime of that product. However, risk is covered once you can move that from an environment that you have no control over, which is the public ones, to an environment where you have control, which is a private one or a private provider that you know, like TechBooks. So you can come to us and we'll host it for you. Thank you for that question. Very good question.
So say thank you for that. Somebody asked a very important question here from Nosa. Can you build this kind of app to obtain global talent visa?
Well, interesting. There are a few things there. Global talent visa. The journey of the global talent visa is quite different from the journey of perhaps the innovators visa. And I am not a visa advisor, but I'm aware because I'm an innovator myself. Where I work out of and where TechBooks works out of, we have got a lot of innovators ourselves. The requirements are quite different. For global talent, I think there's some history, there's some data that needs to be recorded. You might need to check in with a proper visa advisor or a consultant. However, if you need to have an app as part of your solution, then you don't need to sort of invest so much in building that app anymore. I think that's the value there. So if part of your global talent requirements was, oh, there should be an app, then you don't need all that capital investment of thinking, oh, it has to be 100. If you go to London today to build an app, it's 150,000 pounds, guys. I haven't put all of those data yet. If you went to London today to build an app, it's between 100,000 and 150,000. And we've just done that with less than 100 pounds, right? So if you need an app based on your global talent requirement, and that's what you propose to the gov.uk, then building it becomes simple, and then we can support you with that.
Thank you so much, Seyi. Seyi, this question has been answered before, but I think Musa needs some clarity, and I think answering it again will give some clarity to some other persons who are still not clear with that. He's saying, do you need to take your product away from this AI platform if you want to scale?
Well, I mean, to be fair, yes, that's what the argument has been within the industry. And we've got managed to, as a professional, might touch on that as well. Look at the scalability here. Some of these LLM tools have not been built with the resilience that the cloud platforms like AWS and Google Clouds have. Now, when I say resilience is, if your app on that tool that has been published, can test within 5, 10, 15 people, if you took that and scale that to then 100,000 users, it faces a huge risk, and you have no control over that, because those platforms are not necessarily built for that level of scalability. Now, 100,000 might even be minimal compared to when you see platforms with 1 million users and 2 million users, 10 million users. It's always advisable to move that to platforms that have been tested over time to have the resilience to hold on to that amount of data set and user responsiveness. So actions and inactions that users do per time. So I would advise, once you're thinking scalable, think a proper hosting platform.
Well done, Seyi. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's good questions. Thank you.